Welcome back, everyone, to episode 25 of the US series, and also Happy New Year. This is the first episode of the new year. So, just to recap everything that happened, um, we annexed Somalia and managed to overthrow the Somalian government pretty much with ease. And so now we have the terrorist groups that's in Puntland and Somaliland. Um, since Puntland is so close to the area that we've taken over, we're going after them first. Um, we have an air base that's being built, so it should be another 59 days before that is ready. And when that happens, we can not only start to place jet fighters at this base, but we can also put helicopters there too, which can do a lot of damage to these terrorist camps and their infantry, their tanks, and so forth. So we have this area here. So I'm going to place another air base there. And that'll be ready in 3 months. I could probably... I was thinking about another naval base. But we could probably use another... Alright, so this air base there. Alright, so we have 3 being built. So let's take a look at our energy. I have 313 terawatts as a surplus, so that's good. Let's do a couple things to industry. So aluminum, we're going to bump that up to 10 billion. Carbon nanofiber, we're going to bump that up to 6 billion. Alright, and construction of utility vehicles. I'm going to do 3 billion for that. Actually, no, that was electric. Nix that. Don't want that at all. That's gonna put a heavy drain on our electrical grid. So we're gonna go with the regular utility vehicles, and yeah, we're gonna put 3 billion in that. Steel. Let's go with 22 billion. Silver, let's see. We can bump that up to 6 billion. Iron. Can bump that up to 10 billion. And gold. Let's just do 6. And copper should be the other one. So copper, we're gonna bump that up to 8 billion. We're gonna do a couple things with agriculture. So we have half of the production we need for cereals. So what that means is, let's bump that up to 20 billion. Let's see, potatoes. How much are we spending for that? So that's too expensive. And the same for vegetables. We're already spending 20 billion on that. Let's just do one more star for organic farming.
The package has been delivered. Our armaments industry has worked well and delivered on time.
Alright, yeah, we could take out their chief of staff. We are not the first ones. Yeah, we could go ahead with that anyway. Alright, we took out their head of army. Alright, so we have these groups here. So let's
We are going to
do a bombardment campaign on these terrorist camps. And we're going to need let's try to get some more combat robots into play. Alright, let's do pay. Alright, so that should cost us 351 million, so that's not bad at all. It'll probably be more like 600, but we can still deal with that.
The terrorist organization has nodded off.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation. Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach.
I think you're doing a good job.
Alright, let's look at our debt. Alright, so we have a budget surplus of 991 billion. So our economy is doing okay. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Alright. Yeah, I was close. Close to 500. Alright, so we have this camp there. And we're gonna do an airstrike on that. Let's get our other aircraft carrier over here.
The package has been delivered. The delivery deadlines were met.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation.
Alright, we have an opportunity to take out the head of Nicaragua. Let's go ahead. He's another one that's purchasing nuclear missiles. Let's move this group here. Combat robots. Alright, we'll prove that. So we also have elections coming up, the midterm elections. It appears that we're doing pretty well. I have 96% support. Let's look at housing. Alright, so let's go with let's not. I'll wait until after the election. Immigration. Let's see. Justice. Don't we need more prisons? Yep, we do. So let's do another 1,200. That should help bring down crime because there's more places for prisoners to go. Alright, we managed to take out Nicaragua's president. Alright, we have another camp over here.
We are going to fire.
Let's do the airstrike on them. We'll go ahead and send an attack there. Alright, so we're going to need some more equipment. So let's send some tanks over. I will send them right there. And send some cannons over there for
It's begun. World leaders are beginning to arrive at the United Nations Framework Convention of Climate Change, the UNFCCC, which will start in the next few hours. As in previous years, they are renewing their pledge for success and have high hopes in the new legislation, which could bring their neighbors to the table. The fact is that negotiations have already begun well in advance of the summit, whether with UN emissaries or between heads of state, and the future of CO2 emissions for each country are already forecast. Moreover, other resolutions are expected to be passed at the same time, especially the Green Fund for the Climate, intended to help developing countries in their energy transition.
Alright, we'll keep that where it is, and we'll bump this up a little bit.
Our national team were the tournament champions. This
Alright, so we're bringing in some more support. Let's try to build up better relations with Algeria. So let's give discount on goods for better trade. Do 25%. And energy. Alright, so we should have stronger ties with Algeria. Favorable regime change in Zealand, so we'll do the same thing with them. So farming will reduce everything by 25% for farming. Industry, same thing. So this should bring them to the table. And we should be able to form an alliance with them, military alliance with them finally. And hopefully they'll join our Indo-Pacific group.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful, the short and long term.
Alright, we'll accept.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to.
Alright, so we will sit with their leader. And from there, we'll try to form a military alliance with them. Alright, so we have another camp in Puntland. And just as quick as we take one out, another one pops up. So let's go to, let's see, missile launchers. Alright, we have drones being built. Let's see, how many... I hate when it does that. Alright, so
Good
this is
evening.
the election.
The majority of votes have been counted. Take a look at this.
Wow. We just completely obliterated the other parties. That's bad. Alright. Where were we? Let's go for that base there, and that's gonna cost us 10 billion. Gonna cancel that. Wow. All 435 seats are Republicans. So there's only Democrats that's in the Senate.
As I predicted, the systematic analysis of the habits of small groups has allowed us to strike a serious blow at the terrorists. We can now state with certainty that we have entered into a Najaf cycle, which is no less than an incitement to play the advantage, while the adversary's organizational foundations are destabilized.
Alright, so we took out 36% of the terrorists in Libya, so that's pretty good. 63% turnout. Let's go to Secret Service. And, yeah, let's infiltrate Puntland. And let's get them too.
The preparations are complete. The whole country is preparing to joyfully...
So, I mean, I could use the commandos to go in. I want to wait. Want to get more equipment over.
The package has been delivered.
Alright, let's get these guys to go back
We
to
are going to attack
headquarters.
this country. Do you
Send them back to base. Alright, so... Alright, so I have battle robots in Hawaii. Let's bring them over. And that should help cut down on our casualty rate. Let's see what else. So let's take... Let's bring 50 tanks over.
Huh. That's not to be turned down. Thank you.
Alright, let's do a military alliance. Alright, so they agree to that. Let's see, we could get air and...
Very kind. No thanks.
Alright, so we just gained another military ally. So...
One of our drones has detected camouflaged enemy units.
So let's look at how many... Alright, so they almost have 10,000 troops. Alright, let's see if we could get some more, let's send the missile launchers over too. We'll send them there. Alright, so let's go back to... Alright, so we have another rebel base. Let's bombard them. Do an airstrike. We're gonna need some more... We're gonna need more missiles. So we need to increase the production of missiles. So we're going to increase the subsidy for it. Increase that to 10 billion. So we'll wait a little bit for that to kick in. And let's look at the unemployment rate. Alright, so here's what we'll do. Let's call this the Labor Reform Act of... Oops. Act of 2026. And we'll increase that to 40 hours a week. And then we'll increase the minimum wage. So I know that'll pass 94%. Integration of the handicap in the workplace.
The preparations are complete. The whole country is preparing to joyfully celebrate this occasion.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential informer.
Alright, so what is left? Alright, so we have... Let's count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 cities we have to go in and push out the Puntland terrorists. So that's going to take a while. Alright, see, this is one of the other things I was talking about before. So Iran bought 2 nuclear missiles from Haiti. Haiti is not a nuclear power at all. They don't even have nuclear weapons. So I really hope Everson corrects this by 2024 edition, whenever that comes out. But that's something that needs to be corrected. Alright, let's go to debt. Let's see what that is. Alright, did our equipment come in yet? Alright, so we have 9 tanks. Alright, let's move them up with these guys. Alright, so, let's Let's see. So we have 315 tanks. So what happens when we... How long will it take? 244. That's going to be almost a year. So that's still going to take a while. See about more combat robots then. Alright, so our national production got bumped up. So we can now produce 186. Let's go to industry and let's increase the subsidy for combat robots. Let's do 3 billion. Alright, and that's our combat robots right there. Alright, so we have 176. Alright, so is that airbase complete yet? Couple more days. Alright, so we have a terrorist camp that just popped
We're
up.
going to violate.
Alright, let's get them. Alright, let's do the airstrike on them. Alright, combat robots. We'll put them there. 544 million.
The package has been delivered.
Alright, another 23 days for that airbase to open up.
Good morning. I didn't come empty-handed.
Alright, so they want to sell us coal. We're going to reject that. Because they can't even supply their own demand. So we don't want to be dependent on that. So we're going to reject that.
I'd be happy to.
Alright, public finances. Let's see what our growth is. 5.58%. 6. Alright, so let's go to taxes. We're going to increase that to what are we going to call this? Let's just call this budget 2027. Financial transactions. Increase that to 0.4. Alright, tourists entering the country. We'll put that to 0.4. Or, I mean, not 0.4, 40. Alright, so that's roughly about 80 to 82%. Industrial pollution will increase that. So that dropped down to about 80% support. Company turnover, I'm not going to touch that. Alright, yeah, I'll leave that. So that should give us some more money to play around with. Alright, so that's approved. And
sharing this moment of intense spirituality with the faithful gives me great joy. On this holy day, I thank all of our communities across the country, both those in cities as well as those in small, remote villages, who are all coming together in prayer.
Alright, so I believe these are our tanks that's arriving. Yep, they are. So let's send them up. And these are our cannons. So we can support our operations through mortar fire. In fact, I'm gonna send them. Let's send them right there. We're gonna put our commandos here on standby.
Our agents had to abort.
Alright. So how many do we have to deal with? Alright, armed extremists, so that's 226, 238 that we have to deal with, and one armed pickup truck. Alright, let's go to police and crime. Alright, highway patrol. What else do we need? Alright, let's do this. So that should help us in the polls. that. There's our combat robots arriving.
Our infiltrated scientific agents inform me that they could be in a situation to provoke a major nuclear accident. This target would be their privileged target. The induced disruption, along with the collateral effects due to the dispersion of radioactive material, could reach a level of 13.6 on a scale of 10, according to a modeling that I performed based on the curve of Bill Chernow. Do you wish to confirm the launch of this operation?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. We already created one accident that caused 62,000 deaths, so we're not going to do that again. Alright. Oh, we have 30,000 soldiers there. Let's send them... Let's send them there. Alright. Alright, so we have 1,300 soldiers there. Alright, so... let's send those battle robots there. So that should cut down on our casualty rate. So there won't be any lives lost from that, and that won't drop me in the polls. Wow. So this is what happened to the Democrats from the last election. They have one Senate seat out of 100. Alright, so let's start these battle robots towards... let's start moving in.
The preparations are complete. The whole country... The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
The package has been delivered. The package has been delivered. The package has been delivered. The package has been...
Alright, so we got 100 missile launchers in. Alright, let's look at public finances. Alright, so we have an excess budget of $1 trillion and a surplus of 56 billion. Alright, and let's bring some tanks in. We'll keep these guys off to the side. Alright, we can move that satellite up. Alright, another
We are going to fight.
Alright, let's send the airstrike.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Alright, so the invasion begins. We'll put one there. Alright, let's move them to the Parliament building. Oh, they took out all those tanks? Wow. Alright, finally. So we're gonna send them to the military base.
After their incursion into territory.
Alright. We'll send tanks there. Let's send them to the marketplace. Send one to the bank. Send that group there.
Your politics are on the right track.
Alright, we'll accept. Alright, send them to the museum. And we pretty much have the city under control then.
After their incursion.
The work is finally over.
Alright, the airbase is
Our
finally
network
complete.
has obtained intelligence data.
After their incursion into territory.
Alright, so we have a city under our control now. Alright, so we have that air base. Now we can start moving the equipment that we really need. We're going to start those helicopters over. believe I have an air base here too. So, 56 helicopters. I hate when that happens. Alright, let's try this again. Six helicopters. Let's send them there. So now we can really start our military surge. Alright, so we need some refugee camps. Alright, let's see if we can... Nah, it's not gonna let us.
The terrorist organization has nodded off.
Alright, so we got our helicopters coming in. Alright, so we're gonna have a tough time with this city here. Alright, so we have over 1,000 extremists. So we're gonna have to build up. Gonna have to get some more equipment in. So we got 176 helicopters coming from there. Gonna need some more commandos. As we may have to take them out with the commandos this time. We'll send them there. So I think I'm... Alright, now I'll wait 3 more days. I'll wait until the 1st. So the next episode will start off with the new quarter.
Good morning. I didn't come empty.
Alright, what do they want? Oh, they want to sell us coal. Want to sell us that amount, but they don't have that amount. Yeah, we'll refuse.
I'd be happy to.
And let's go to coal for ourselves, and let's make this 17 billion.
One of our drones has detected camouflaged enemy.
Alright, so that fusion plant came online then. So let's go ahead and name this. Alright, so that port is almost done. Alright, so let's name this also. Alright, got these terrorist camps.
We're going to violate.
Still popping up in the area. Alright, 440 billion cash surplus.
Here are the GDP and growth figures for the last year. As you know, these are the most important economic indicators and the most revealing of the health of our economy. This is an excellent figure. It guarantees the stability of a strong currency.
Alright, so the economy is still doing pretty well so far, even with this war going on. So I'm going to end this episode, and again, thank you for the support for this channel, and I will see you soon.